So one way, last 12 years, I have seen different phases or waves in internet space, and in a way, some of that hasn't changed when it comes to social media. Like if some of you were there in late '99, you could have, I'm sure you would have noticed that at that point of time, there was a term which were more misused than used, and it was called hits. So everyone was running after hits, and that was the dot-com times. And today, we have an equivalent of that, but the way it has, the time has passed is it hasn't changed. Like earlier, you were a professional, you were expected to have an email, then you were a company, you were expected to have a blog, and today you are a brand, you have no option but to create a Facebook page. So overall, I think social media can help you do almost anything and everything, but this is a fundamental part which I wanted to share, because I think if you get that, especially around Facebook, it will make your life much easier when it comes to you leveraging Facebook. So let me ask you this question, and before that, some of the statistics. In India, if you know, there are a number of brands who have crossed a couple of million fans. I think Tata Docomo is latest. It has probably crossed or about to cross 7 million fans. Then we have Dove, MTV, Kingfisher, another page for MTV. So I think it's just great for large brands to have a huge number of fans, and number of fans are necessary. However, if number of fans is the only currency for measuring performance, this is not a right metric. So why is that so? Let me ask you a question. Assuming, and that's where I would want you to interact as well right now. Assuming you are owner of an admin of a Facebook page, and you do a post. So you run a page and you do a post there. Assuming you have 1 million fans of that Facebook page, and all of them are online at that point of time. Say typically how people consume content on Facebook is, you don't go to a Facebook page, or you don't go to even your friend's page. The activities they do, your friends or the brands, comes to your news feed. And assuming you are a brand and you do a post, and all of your fans at that point of time are online on Facebook, and you did that post with 1 million fans online. How many people, how many of those fans will get that post in their news feed? So if all of them are online. So can some of you answer that in the questions panel of the control panel? Assuming all of your fans are online and you do a post as an admin, what percentage, how many of them? Should it be 100%? Would some of you want to write it? I'll take, okay, great. Sasidharan, thanks. So you said almost everyone. Annabelle, you said 100%. Great. So thanks for, starting, and Saurav, you said all of them. Cool. And I can see, I think everybody, Dhaval said, great. And there are more responses. Glad that we have started interacting to begin with. And I want to run this session like that. So, Megdeep, you said, who didn't block your Facebook news on their post? But assuming that no one has blocked and everyone is there, I think so the consensus is everyone should get it, right? And I can see some other answers as well. However, that's not true, because Facebook has something called EdgeRank algorithm. Like Google has PageRank algorithm, which determines the quality of a page based on the number of links and the quality of links it has from other pages. But essentially, Google uses PageRank to reward relevancy, and in case of Facebook, Facebook uses this EdgeRank to determine who and how many of your fans will have an opportunity to get your post in their newsfeed, even if they are online. And according to our research, on average, 16% of the fans get the post in their newsfeed. And this newsfeed algorithm has various parameters. And I think we don't need to, like Google PageRank is a very complex algorithm to understand, but what is important to understand is Facebook uses this algorithm to find out who of those fans are likely to be interested in your content, and how it decides that is based on various parameters, and one of the key parameters is and that is called engagement. So if your fans are engaging, and engagement could happen in different ways. It could be people coming to your page, people sharing the page, doing a post, writing a comment, liking a comment, posting a picture, message, and there could be more. And each of these actions carry different weight or different rank. So that is what determines how many or what percentage of your fans are going to get the feed or your post. Surprisingly, and still today, we've been doing series of workshops across India and Southeast Asia. Every time we see a large number of people, including brand managers who are running large communities, are unaware of that. And they've been questioning that, they have 100,000 fans, 500,000 fans, and why do they see so small a percentage of likes? So one thing is, not everyone is going to be online, but even if they are, there is a very small percentage of those numbers or those fans who will get your post. And that is determined by EdgeRank. So in order to improve your EdgeRank, the most important element is creating interesting and relevant content such that your fans engage ongoingly. And as more people engage, your post spreads to further fans. So there are various other parameters, but this is the key message on which I wanted to start this webinar. Because while everyone is running after a number of fans, and again I would say number of fans are necessary, like her friend zaruri hota, I would say her fan zaruri hota. But if they are not engaging with you, whether you have them or not is not much different, right? So with this, we will look into how social media has been helping brands acquire customers. And I've tried to put them in three categories or three, ways how social media helps an organization acquire customers. The first is through influence. So it's not a direct acquisition, but social media influences your potential or prospects' behavior or decision towards your product and service. Second is leads. So you generate leads, which you need to convert it. And third, more like a direct sale or transaction. And these are not very, like a formula or 100% strict definitions, but I've categorized various case studies based on these three, examples. And this is how I will be now, taking you deeper into all of these parts. So one of the important things to understand, and which is very, inspiring as well, is according to this Flip the Funnel source, they say that 20% of the marketing budgets are typically spent on retention. And yet, in many cases, more than 75% of the revenues come from existing customers. And if you look at that, social media, ultimately the objective of social media is to engage with your users, customers, influencers, such that you can deepen the relationship with them or build the relationship with them, which ultimately helps you, have a lifetime value or increase the lifetime value of that. And more important, they are the ones who bring the next set of customers. So this, really talks about the importance of deepening the relationship with the existing set of users and customers, and social media is all about that. So I thought, this statistics would be very useful as setting the benchmark.